Alright, well we made it up here to Last Chance Mine. So Nathan's walking around taking some photos, and I've kind of been getting some video footage a little bit, taking some photos myself. This place has a pretty interesting history, and I'm sure you can look it up online, but if you're ever out here in the Creede area, it's definitely one of those things you should check out. But let me show you a little bit of what we got going on here. So back in 1998, this guy bought this property, and it's 13 levels of mines, and we are currently on level 2. There's a, well, you can't see it from here, I'll show you once I go back up. I'm standing on this newly built deck right here. So since he bought the place, he's been out here, you know, renovating, restoring these old buildings. That one right now is a gift shop and museum. And I'm standing on this new deck, this nice new wood on here. But down here there are buildings on almost each level, and you can see these switchbacks. And it's the amethyst mine down at the bottom. But yeah, back when I was a kid, my dad and I came down to this place back before Jack owned the place. We hiked down from up above and then kind of walked down and checked out some of these structures here, and a lot of them were in better condition. I mean, obviously not the ones he's renovated, but these down here were in better shape, and there was more of that one right there. And there used to actually still be some railroad tracks, or rail cart tracks. It wasn't like, you know what I mean. Anyway. But yeah, he's gradually, you know, doing more and more to this place every year. Like I said, this deck is new. Just a place to chill and check out the scenery. Where we started this morning on East Willow Creek is on the opposite side of those peaks right there. And Kentucky Bell Mine is up at the top. And earlier when you saw us, there's some cabins that we went and looked at. And those are down there, those little ones. That's the one I went in that looked like it was about to fall apart. So some nice views up here for sure. So I videoed this last year, but just showing, because I got some better lighting right now than I did last year, but you can buy, you know, $5 per tub, and you can fill up these tubs. Same with these, and there are some, you know, gemstones in here. It's amethyst, among other things, right here. And a lot of these, most of these came out of this mine, like as he's trying to open those old levels. Come across stuff here. I like this obsidian. $15 a pound. Some cool stuff here for sure. Rose quartz. Serpentine. This is kind of the most of the rock that you see out here that's just kind of laying on the ground. Lots of cool stuff. Some geodes here. So I've gotten videos of this stuff before, but just kind of doing a quick run through. This is a kind of a museum of sorts. It has a lot of artifacts or things that, tools that were used in these mines. It's a whole collection of postcards here, and some of them are pretty old. This one right here, it's marked 1910. Got some old books here, coffee grinders, coffee cans, jars, all that good stuff. Pretty cool. We are currently at Bachelor City, or what used to be Bachelor City. Doesn't look like a city anymore, but it once was home to over 1,200 people. Had a dozen saloons, 4 or 5 grocery stores. Also, I'm holding my stabilizer, that's why it's stabilizing, but the trail is crooked, so. This was a honest to goodness Wild West town. It went between these trees, started on this tree line over here and went down this valley. You know, when I was a kid, there used to be some structures that you can still see right here about where I'm standing. But I think people have taken the liberty of grabbing pieces over the years. I'm sure they've used some of it for firewood, which is sad. But it's been a long time since I walked over here to the trees, because the structures that were up in the trees, you can still see them. So we're gonna go over here, check out 1 or 2 of these old cabins in the woods. Here we go. There's a cabin here, right up here in the woods. It's seen better days, that's for sure. There's a little trail that goes up here through the woods, so let's just go see where it goes. That's what I miss about when we used to come out here. When I was a kid, it would just be me and Dad. We would just find a trail and say, well, I wonder where that goes. And we would just start going on it and see where it went. I was hoping this would go to another cabin. I'm not seeing one. I did not wear the right shoes today. Yesterday I got my hiking boots completely soaked while we were on the trail. So I'm wearing some Vans right now. Well, I don't see any more cabins. This is a cool little forest area. Apologize for being out of breath. My body is not used to doing this anymore. Check this out. That's cool. Anyway, like I said, we're up here by where Bachelor City used to be, just in the woods, and I was hoping this trail would take us to some more cabins, but I don't see any. So the trail keeps going, but I don't know if I could go much farther. There's some fresh deer droppings. I gotta go over this log. There we go. Other than that motorcycle that's going by, it's super quiet up in here. Just hear the aspen leaves kind of falling every now and then, hitting the ground. Kind of nice. So we came back into town for lunch. That's Jonathan, Nathan Hawkins, and Nathan's dad hiking up there.